Are you are you gonna help me fix my fence?
It's Book It. Welcome to Book It, a wrestling podcast where we book and revisit your favorite wrestling storylines. I'm your commissioner, Hi-Fi Mike, and today our GM's Damone, D Money Allen,
Hey, oh,
Double Fudge.
Lakers in one.
Oh, I forgot it's Double Fudge, not Big Fudge, but whatever.
It was never Big Fudge.
The bad guy Kenny.
I just noticed that Indiana Jones ass hat Mike had in the background.
That is a prop for one of my D&D characters.
Oh, I didn't know that. It looked like Freddy Krueger's hat. I didn't know what kind of hat that was back there. I was just scared.
Yeah,
That's
no,
not-
it's a cowboy hat for my D&D character that's based off of Billy the Kid.
That's the hat Curious George owner had.
I don't think that's the same hat. I think he had like a sombrero, didn't he?
it was a sombrero.
I was like,
What was it? Hold on.
Curious Jorge over there.
that was a good one. I like
The
that.
yellow hat.
Yeah, Mike was watching a different
First of all,
program.
it was a yellow hat. No, it was definitely it's like a.
Why was watching that shit on Telemundo?
How are you gonna tell me this doesn't look like a sombrero?
He said Curious George Lopez.
That'd be funny. I'd watch that.
My friend.
Have a monkey.
Bro, when I was in 6th grade, I used to stay up till like 4 in the morning watching George Lopez on Nick at Night.
That's how you know you were
I
up late.
love George Lopez, but
I
like I'm
stayed up late
having a
enough to
hard
catch the
time.
Cosby Show on there. Like,
I'm having a hard time going back to watch George Lopez, but I do sometimes put it on just so I can wake up to it.
Fuck George Lopez, though.
just to
The
relive
person.
them all memories. Hey, I gotta
Barely-
try that.
Yeah,
Apparently
you put
you're
it
the
on.
shit.
It's on Peacock.
That is wild.
Just wake up to it like the
You
old
just
days,
wake
like
up to
6
it. You
o'clock
just
in the
wake up to
morning.
George. All right. So, anyways, welcome to Book It. This week if you remember, there's an episode where we did a thing, and we John drafted, and we were gonna do a Book It first. So we didn't do that. So instead, we're gonna fight the AI, and we're not gonna fight it. We're just gonna give the AI a roster, and it's gonna make a card, and then we're gonna rate the card that it makes because we're also gonna have it do the stories, just like Book It, just like a Book It verse. So this is Book It Boys versus the AI, or Book It Boy versus the Terminator is what I'm calling it. So we're gonna go ahead, and the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna draft 6 each. Did we say
12 each.
12 each? 12 each to go into the roster. The AI is going to make a card, and we're gonna go from there. So let's get started.
And to break down our draft a little bit, we're each going to have 4 male singles wrestlers, 2 tag teams, and 4 female singles wrestlers so that we can kind of organize our card from there. And the AI is going to write the build to our card for each match, and they're going to write, of course, the match cards and the results.
Wait, you said it was 4 males.
Singles, 2 tag teams, and 4 female singles. So
Doesn't that only equal
that's 12.
10?
No,
All
it's
right,
12. 4,
I'm-
4, 4.
I'm
2
calling
tag
an
teams,
audible.
4 people.
I'm calling an audible.
Okay, people.
We're
Okay,
starting.
people. Never mind,
Hold on,
that makes
hold
sense.
on. We're starting over. I don't like this. We're starting over. I'm taking a director's cut.
BJ,
we're-
wait, no, that Curious George
This
bit
is
was
gonna be on
great.
YouTube,
God
but-
damn it.
We're gonna start over. I wanted to start this episode over. I didn't like this. We're gonna start over.
BJ, wait. Man,
Oh.
the roast about Mike's hat can't be replaced.
Oh, I forgot about that. I could put that at the end of the episode. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna
The
put this at
director's
the
cut.
end. This will be at the end as a
That's what led
blooper.
to Curious George. That's what led to Curious George and George Lopez.
Right.
And all that.
I know.
All right, so what do we
that
need to
layer-
do differently next time, Mike? Since we're making the cut, what do we need to do differently?
Hmm.
So that we don't fuck it up again. 'Cause we ain't doing this 3 times.
Friends.
Um,
Right.
it's I'm gonna throw it over to you, John. You can explain how this is gonna work. That's how this. That's what we're gonna do.
Excellent.
Because you did it
Okay.
more eloquent than me. I can do the intro. From there, you guys
Yep.
take it over.
Yeah, you give the sizzle, I'll give the
Yeah,
steak.
yeah. I'll get us
Alright.
started, and then you take over.
Alright, sick.
For the instructions.
All right.
All right.
I'm prepared, pinche pendejo.
So we're gonna do this again. Make myself big.
Don't do that on air.
¡Oh, la verga!
This is not how I want it. There we go. No. The button. Bucket. Welcome to Book It, a wrestling podcast where we book and revisit your favorite wrestling storylines. I'm your commissioner, High Five Mike, and today our GM's Damone, D Money Allen,
We must fight the machines.
Double Fudge,
Lakers in 1.
and the bad guy.
Equensucha! Equensucha!
I don't know what that was.
That means white devil, white devil. He was on
All right, so this week, what we're doing is we're doing Book It versus the AI, or Book It versus the Terminator, as I like to call it. So in lieu of what our normal episode was going to be, we decided that it would be pretty cool if we had GPT, just like everyone else is using right now. But we're going to have them create a card based on a roster that we draft. And then we're going to build a story from there. Then we're going to rate it. The AI is going to do all the work, and we just read it. I'm going to let John take over and explain how the rules are going to work, and then we'll get started.
Yep. As a teacher, we live in a world where AI is doing all the fucking work for them, so we should get to reap the benefits as well. So how we're going to do that is each one of us is going to draft 4 male singles wrestlers, 2 tag teams, and 4 female singles wrestlers to create a total of 12 people each. And then we're going to have a 2-night show where the AI writes a build for each match for 4 weeks and then presents the match itself and the result. So thus we will have a 2-night super card with our very large and deep roster. Hopefully you'll be entertained by it. So let's get this draft going.
All right. It's going to be one of these buttons.
So who's drafting first?
All right. Let's do bad guy.
Hey.
Then we're going to do Damone.
Black Power.
Then we're going to do Fudge. And then we'll do me.
All right. First pick of the draft. I'm going to go with...
We're not going to do... We won't do Snake. We're just going to do... We'll do in order each time.
That's fine.
Okay.
Because we're not competing for it. We're just going to throw it in there.
Okay. I'm going to start off with Tyson Tomko.
One
Hey,
overall.
Travis is here after all.
I don't even know if Chat GPT is gonna know who the hell that is.
You'd be surprised.
Damone. Oh, that's Kenny.
Damone, you have one
Nasty
shot at
ass
this, and
color.
you
Why
know
the
you
fuck
should be
did you
picking
pick
right
that?
now.
What pit color?
Yeah,
is
why would
Kenny,
you
if you
do
don't
that?
go make me pink this
Yeah.
instant.
That's
That hurts.
grossest color you could have fucking picked.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna go with Scott Steiner.
What is this
Why?
ketchup and mustard ass
Why?
combo? Look like a fucking hot dog.
That's what Bucket looks like every week.
You chose the
I
nastiest
get
shades
it,
though.
but you need to do a lighter red.
Lighter red and a darker yellow. This is putrid.
There we go. This
I
looks
think
like
I'm gonna
spool, this
change
like
the-
spool, don't it?
I think I'm gonna change the Book It theme colors coming up soon.
This was so ugly and inspired
I
by.
think book it's in time for a revamp.
He started contemplating life.
I
Kenny-
took Scott Steiner.
Kenny did all this, but can't title the spreadsheet. Fuck him.
Just you know who he's gonna pick first, right? Just put him down now.
Yeah, just put it down. You know who it is. For
Dolph
all
Ziggler.
our. Fuck you.
Which I'm wearing the Dolph Ziggler shirt today. I put it on.
Because he knew who the most important pick
thinking
was going to
of-
be. Yeah, erase that. That's what I fucking thought. Y'all, for those who are our audio listeners, that's Dolph Ziggler. You already know who it is.
Let's go with Kevin Nash.
Ugh, what is this nasty ass first round?
That's the first round.
Dolph is actually the most relevant
Look,
person in the without
if
like my
anybody
bias.
Anyone can make this good. It's gonna be the AI.
Yep. I'm testing them. We're gonna see what they can do.
Oh my
what they got.
god, this gonna be a
I'm going-
Travis developmental.
I'm going with Lash Legend next.
What?
Yep.
Oh, it's terrible. I'm gonna go with Shark Boy.
I was just thinking of that. I was like, I'm gonna go Shark Boy next. No one's gonna pick Shark Boy.
All right, well I don't fucking hate myself, so I'm gonna go Rob Van Dam. Actually, I do fucking hate myself, but not that much.
Ted DiBiase.
Oh my! I fucking hate you. This is like when y'all watching me bat draft, like there's no main eventers, and then y'all.
What this? I'm not. There's nothing weighing on this for me, so I'm just picking whoever the fuck I can pick.
We tested the AI.
Right,
here.
we're testing.
Hey.
We're gonna see how this AI is. See, if they can't build a good card out of this, no matter what, then I'm not worried about it taking over.
I was gonna say
This is the versus part.
See,
Mike
no,
did-
you're doing like the problem where you're gonna give the AI nothing to work with, and then of course
No,
it's
it's gonna
be
work.
shit.
It's gonna work with it. It's gonna work with it. I know it. We've got this.
I'm just putting who I fucking like I always do. So,
Kenny.
Brock Lesnar.
ugh,
I'm
keeps
I'm
getting
putting,
worse and worse.
Here's my strategy: is I'm just saying the first person that comes to my mind. I'm literally looking around my room.
Joy Giovanni.
Let's go.
I don't even
love
know.
it.
Oh yeah, that's how they spell it.
I love
I
it.
forgot she existed until like my brain was like, "Who's the worst women's wrestler I can think of?"
All right, that's enough.
I MJF, you already know what to do.
Liv Morgan.
I'm going with let's go with Bailey.
I'm gonna go with Bastion Booger.
Like,
Who is that? Why does that name sound familiar?
fuck it. I'm going with Danhausen.
Bastion Booger was the guy who literally came out like wearing like it was not even really a diaper. Like I don't even like his whole gimmick was just being gross.
Disgusting.
Damn, that's Kenny for real, for real.
Let's go with Jungle Boy.
Delicious. Finally, some good fucking food.
Okay.
My next pick is gonna be Consequences Creed.
You picked the nastiest version too.
I'm gonna go with the Basham brothers.
The Bastion Booger Brothers. I'm going Heavy Machinery. I think they're unironically good. I love them.
Am I spelling it right?
ERY. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I spelled it right the first time.
Heavy
Enzo and
Machinery.
Cass.
So who?
Enzo and Cass.
Going with the Rock and Roll. What was it? No, Rock and Rave Infection is what it's called.
This tag division is fucking hilarious.
How many
we're-
tag teams are we doing?
2, right?
Yeah, 2 tag
Okay.
teams.
Trying to think of a tag team. Or we're doing 2 tag teams and 2 women, right?
4 women.
For women,
yeah.
I'm gonna go Candice Michelle. Remember when she in the WWE game she turned you into a woman?
She was so stupid.
All right.
I forgot about that.
I'm going Dana Brooke.
Remember when she was trying to fuck Batista?
Let's
Hey.
go with the New
And
Age
then
Outlaws.
Batista mom on screen.
Okay. Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 3 man. I'm gonna do one more man. Let's go with. Actually, I'm gonna go with the Hardy Boys.
Oh damn!
I was gonna say
another
Jeff Hardy
tag.
by himself, but I'm gonna go with that.
All right, now I gotta think of a meme tag team.
Trying to think of a tag team. I'm gonna do a good one. I'll do Beer Money.
Beer money. He's from the city.
I'm gonna do damn. I'm gonna do the Outrunners. The Outrunners. They're them old ass dudes.
Who?
And these 2 old ass dudes in AEW who's like the whole thing is looking like some 80s guys.
Let's go with the GOAT, Brick Baker, DMD.
Let's go with. I'm talking to one more guy.
I'm gonna get my women out of the way. We need 4 women.
Yeah.
Going with Steve Blackman.
One second.
Come on. You don't have time to think. Just the first person that comes to your mind. Don't think about it.
I
do
need to think about it.
Just do it. No, you don't. I gotta think about it. Just do it. I can name like 10 people right now, and it won't make a difference.
I'm gonna go with
Tick tock.
Dead
air
Eva
here.
Marie.
There you go. I need to get a clapping.
All right. I'm going Sky Blue.
Is it with an E?
Yeah.
It's with an E, right?
Yeah.
Let's go with Charlotte.
I'm going with Raka Khan. I'm testing AI, man. I'm telling you.
How many women do I have?
You have just Eva Marie and Candice Michelle, I think. Just 2.
You have
And
3.
Joy,
You
Yeah,
Joy,
three.
and Joy Giovanni. I'm gonna go with we'll go with Asuka. Put one good, decent one in there.
That's not a decent one. All right, love of my life, ODB.
That's wild.
That is a wild.
You can find a bunch of ODBs on the west side.
Go to pick a trailer park.
I'll be there at a moment's notice.
Let's go with Gail Kim.
Okay.
That's it for the women for me.
I'm gonna go with Sonya Deville.
Okay. And then I just need a tag team, right?
Yep, because you just got
Yeah.
the Bastion brothers.
I'm gonna go with. I just thought of one and I lost it.
Just do it. The first one that comes to your brain. You're overthinking.
Wait, hold on, Mike. You're being real pushy right now, and I don't like it.
We got dead air.
Now you care about dead air.
Yeah, I'm trying here. I'm trying to make a change. You're holding me back.
I'm gonna go with American Alpha.
There you go.
Oh, I got one more woman. I'm gonna go with what's her name? She's in
Hurry
NXT.
up! Hurry up! Hurry up! Hurry
Yeah.
up! Hurry up!
What's
You're-
is it Wendy Chu? Who's that chick who be sleeping all the time?
Yeah.
Wendy
Yeah.
Cho. That shit's so dumb.
Is it CHOO? Is it worth
I
one
think
O?
it's CHOO.
Oh, is it? Okay. I never know. I don't pay attention to her.
Alistair Black.
Yeah,
No, I said
Malachi
Alistair
Black. Do not call him by that
Are we
Fed.
doing Alistair
Fed
Black or
name.
Malachi Black?
First of all, you put Consequences Creed.
You're doing Alistair Black?
I did Alistair Black, yeah.
So he wants to do the Fed pilled buried one.
Okay, I'm gonna send this to the. I'm gonna send
Alistair's
this to
a
the,
better name than Malachi.
Eh.
Okay, play an ad.
Other than eating.
I'm going with amazing. Wait. Do I have 4 guys? One.
Wait, wasn't that it?
Yeah. that
No,
was
we
it.
got well. I thought we were doing 12, right?
Well,
No,
the
because
tag
of the
team.
tag teams.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not really 12. It's 10 because of the tag teams.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, that's fine.
So we're done.
Yep.
All right,
we're done.
Get a
We
match
got it.
card. So we're gonna go ahead and as that's generating, I'm gonna go ahead and play an ad. You here?
Are you tired? Tired of those other energy drinks hitting you with a short burst of jittery energy, followed by a crash that leaves you with less energy than you had before? Well, fear not, because Ray's energy drinks are specifically formulated to get you going without making you jittery and keeps you from crashing. With 0 sugars, 0 calories, and better caffeine than a cup of coffee, Ray's energy drinks are the #1 growing energy drink on the market. With flavors like Baja Lime, Sour Gummy Worm, Guava Mango, and Strawberry Colada, Ray's has some of the best tasting energy drinks available. You can get a case of Ray's right now by going to repsports.com and using promo code T1THREE when you check out to take 15% off of your next order. That's promo code T1THREE for 15% off of your next order of better, tastier energy.
Hold on. I think I gotta redo it.
Of course you.
Shit.
No, I mean like the wording of it because all it did was
Oh.
give me like the story. It didn't give me like who wins or anything. I think I gotta reword the way I put it in.
Got it.
Boy, am I
it-
horny.
This man can't work a computer.
Your body and the bodies you're loving deserve nothing but the best. Organic Lovin' is the only adult subscription box that includes eco-friendly body products, from body-safe adult toys to sex-positive books and erotic seminars. Organic Lovin's online store has everything you and your partner or partners could ever need to heat things up. And right now, your friends at T13 Media want to take 10% off of your next order. Just go to organiclovin.com and use promo code T1THREE like the sound the bed makes when you check out. Organic Lovin'. Love organically, purely, deeply, boldly.
It's running.
Okay. I texted you. I mean.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah. You can send it to me if we need to, and I'll send it through mine. Just if you just copy and paste how you're asking, I'm sure mine will do it. So, anyways, as we're waiting on that, how have you guys been? Have you been watching any wrestling lately?
I'm behind actually. I still gotta watch
Yes.
SmackDown and the Raw that just happened.
Y'all know that it's only AEW around these parts.
The last thing I watched was WrestleMania.
And I will be watching TNA. They got a nice
Ooh.
little pay-per-view coming.
You're
I get to
watching
see the
TNA?
Motor City Machine Guns against the Bullet Club. That shit's gonna be fire.
Mike, I'm sending it to you because mine's like it's not going for 2 nights. Like it's
Okay.
running out of space.
Just that's fine. Send it to me. I'll take
I'm
care
sending
of
you.
Hey.
Yeah.
it.
I'm a little,
you
speaking of the
guys
Bullet Club,
talk.
Kenny, I'm a little nervous about in AEW Ricky Starks feuding with both
I
Juice
don't know.
Robinson
Hold
and
on.
Jay White.
Why did it?
Because I feel like you can't make all 3 of them lose a feud. So like I don't want
There's
Ricky
room for
Starks.
all their pushes.
Yeah, I don't want Ricky Starks losing that though. I'd prioritize him above Jay White or Juice Robinson.
I don't know.
I'm not into Jay White like that.
I'm not either. I mean, it's kind of wild that he was about to go WWE until they fumbled the bag with WrestleMania.
Yeah, that is fucking funny.
Because he was supposed to go, and who's the other person supposed to go?
Well,
Kota Ibushi was supposed to go to WWE.
Apparently, there was. Well, I don't know if it's true. But there was a rumor that there was a hiring freeze too. So that's part of it. Like no one's, like they're not hiring right now with the sale and everything going through. So I think that's
I
part
don't
of
know
it.
if
Knock
Kota-
is Triple H is trying to get Nick Aldis right now.
I don't think Kota Ibushi was going either way. He's like very particular about where he wants to work, and like if anything seems fishy to him, like because he was the one that exposed New Japan for being tied to the Yakuza.
Yeah,
Like,
that's wild.
so like he ain't gonna be fucking with no like shady like business practices, which, granted, they all probably got some, but
I feel like they all
WWE
do.
WWE's is just more out in the open right now.
Yeah,
They
WWE is
got
just
fucking
exposed.
Saudi Arabia and shit.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
up.
Right now, I think AEW is still private, right? Yeah, they're still private, so
Yeah,
they
AEW
kind
is
of
still
got
private.
their shit under wraps for now.
That's why Cody Rhodes lost. They didn't want him. They didn't want to make the Saudis mad.
Well, that's why people. That was the rumor
The
that people
Saudis
thought
hated that his neck tattoo so much that they buried it.
Well, there was the rumor that people thought that the reason they didn't have Sammy win is because of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I remember talking about that. Yeah, that would made sense though,
That's
because
all
like,
conjecture. That's
yeah, it's a rumor, but they would definitely not
that's
let
a
Sammy
rumor.
over
That's
there.
an easy rumor to start.
Well,
It
yeah,
is.
Sammy doesn't go there, so
Yeah. If Zayn wins that title, it has to be off him before the next Saudi show, or else that belt's not
That's
going
wild.
there.
Or he just pulls a Roman and just happens to take that week off.
Yeah.
yeah, he would just not be on that card if he was the champ. Because, like, for
Who should,
obvious reasons,
who should take the belt off Roman though? Right now,
Cody.
I agree.
I don't even fucking know anymore.
Because there's like an argument about it's either should it be him, should it be Jey Uso, should it be Brock Lesnar again?
If it's Brock
I have
Lesnar
not
again,
heard anybody say Brock Lesnar.
I hope
but
North Korea
it's
drops the
that-
nuke if that happens.
And I heard Seth Rollins too. That's like
I've
the
heard
one
Seth
that's
too.
I saw-
and Gunther.
I
I've heard Gunther
processing.
too.
I saw an article that's the issue with Gunther is he's a heel.
I'm gonna
Oh.
get
The
somebody
way
to
I would
write
do it is-
down the
I would
card.
just have Roman Reigns turn face in such a fashion that the fans can't get behind him anymore. Like, and then somebody comes back, people will still hate him. And then just have Roman be the technical face because they're gonna cheer for Gunther anyway.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like the crowd did him dirty for so long. It's like it was that time to get the crowd behind them. So it sucks that the crowd like is not behind them now, but it makes sense storyline wise.
And then I honestly, because I'm no longer invested in like
All right.
the put over from that reign, so I'd rather just see Cena get 17 at this point.
All right,
Just
I've
to
got
erase
it.
something.
Yuck.
We're ready. I need somebody to write this down so the people can see it.
Just to erase Ric Flair a little more.
No, they should do that.
All right, we need that on the screen. Sorry for the wait, folks, but we're getting this going. This is an experiment.
Even Einstein had to do some crazy shit.
I'm ready.
sometimes.
All right, so night one, opening match. Shark Boy versus Danhausen.
Fire.
And then it actually does give a storyline, but we're gonna have it do all that here in a minute anyways. Second match, Heavy Machinery versus the Basham Brothers.
Fire.
The third match, Candice Michelle and Dana Brooke versus Sky Blue and Wendy Chu in a women's tag team match.
Delicious.
All right, and then the fourth match, I know you're still typing, but the fourth match, Tyson Tomko versus
Wait,
Steve Blackman.
Hold up, Mike. Did
in
you
a
name him Blue
hardcore
Chew or
match.
did they name it that?
No, I named that just now.
Oh, so Tyson Tomko versus
Tyson Tomko versus Steve Blackman in a hardcore match.
Yuck. That's a 0.
We got to go back to Blue Chew as the nickname.
I was about to say y'all fuck with that tag team name, don't y'all?
I thought that was good. I thought the AI came up with that.
Nah, that shit was on the front.
The fifth match, Rob Van Dam versus Aleister Black.
5.
Okay, so are we going that first match on to the RVD versus Aleister Black? That's like Aleister Black and RVD's the main event.
Nope,
doing?
we're still there's a sixth match and then a main event.
Oh,
It used as much of this roster as we gave it.
okay.
Sixth match, Lash Legend versus Britt Baker for the women's championship.
This is criminal.
And then the main event for night one is Brock Lesnar versus
Oh.
Kevin Nash in a battle of the big men.
Hey, fire.
That's some WWE bullshit.
Hey, I'm not
Night
even mad at
2.
it.
Fuck the fan.
Opening match, night 2. Consequence Creed versus MJF for the TV Championship.
They put MJF in the mid
Fucking
card.
fire. I don't care.
That's
That is fire.
That is criminal.
That is fire. I would have never thought about
MJF is
that.
in the mid card with Consequences Creed, while these
this
two
is fire. This is
fucks, Brock
fire.
Lesnar, and Kevin Nash, are having hernias on the main event.
Yeah, they're in this case they're main eventers
This
on this
is
roster.
hideous.
All right, so the second match,
End it all,
Raka
Kenny.
Khan versus Sonya Deville in a submission match.
Fuck. Raka Khan, Sonya Deville.
That is bad.
I like Sonya.
Oh man, this next match. Hold on.
Sanja Deville.
The third,
It's like a strain of weed.
with the Y.
third match, the New Age Outlaws versus Beer Money in a tables match.
Okay, that's
That
good.
match would actually be fire.
That would be fire.
That storyline's gonna be good.
I kind of want to make this on 2K. Fourth match, Eva Marie versus Asuka in a grudge match.
That's nasty.
That is
This is a
hideous.
nasty match.
That is a bad match.
I feel like
That's
these
the worst.
matches are either great or awful.
Here's your match, Fudge. Dolph Ziggler versus Scott Steiner in a ladder match for
Okay,
the IC Championship.
I'm fucking with that actually though. That might be as good as like the Luke Harper match if they do it right.
We might get a Frankensteiner off the ladder.
Oh, I just looked at the main event.
I'm kind of fucking with that match.
All right. So the sixth match is Bayley versus Liv Morgan for women's championship. I guess
That
it's another
sounds like a
women's championship.
WWE middle of the road show type match. Like on the Hell in a Cell pay per view, they'd run that
And
for the women's title.
The main event is the Hardy Boys versus the Outrunners in a TLC match for the tag team championship.
Outrunners.
Okay, they're this team that's only on AEW like Dark and Elevation, and their whole bit is that they look like they're old as fuck, but they say that we're like the youngest team ever, and they come up with like 80s looking at shit.
So wait, that's the main event. It's Hardy Boys versus the Outrunners.
In the
Yeah,
TLC match.
It's two old ass teams
Mo.
pretending to be young.
I'll have you run the matches if you can run the matches on yours.
Is it at least
I
for the tag
mean,
match or tag team title?
Yeah, well, if you want to do
yeah.
one, and then I can.
Yeah, I could do. Yeah, we
another
could do
one.
that.
We could do
I'll
one-
just tell me the match and I'll have it run the match.
And then
So,
Mike, you're running
alright.
the stories, or did you already got the
No,
stories?
he's gonna do the story. Tell it. Do you want me? I'll do it.
You sure?
Hold on. Yeah. So,
You do Sharkboy versus Danhausen first to start,
all right.
and I'll do Heavy
Um,
Machinery.
This is nasty.
So you guys talk amongst yourself. You're gonna have to chatter because this is. I'm sorry for everybody. This is an experiment we are running. We might have to create this card prior to getting on next time.
All right. So what's y'all's match of the night on this card for night one?
All right, so I'm gonna say this. Realistically, RVD versus Aleister Black is the best match in this whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of excited for. I feel like this Tyson Tomko versus Steve Blackman match is gonna be wild for some reason. That's gonna be wild.
Hey.
I think Brock Lesnar versus Kevin Nash. You kind of expect what that's gonna be.
That's gonna be an injury. That's what that's gonna be.
Bayley versus Liv Morgan. What kind of match is that supposed to be? It says just women's tag match or women's title match. I mean,
Yeah, it's just a women's
A
title.
singles match.
I feel like that if that had a stipulation to it, not stipulation, but a gimmick to it, that would have been somewhat decent.
Can you go back up? I need to see Sharkway. Okay, thank
Shark
you.
Boy versus Danhausen is my match of night one. That's gonna be fucking funny. And then my match of night two, obviously Ziggler versus
All
Scott
right.
Steiner. That's gonna
I'm
be a
getting-
good story too.
I'm getting Sharkboy versus Danhausen processing right now.
And I'm doing Basham Brothers versus Heavy Machinery.
This is wild.
All right.
So I feel like
I'm actually really excited for this card.
So from now
RVD
on,
versus Aleister Black. I'm really excited to see what happens.
when someone's reading, the other person should be loading that shit up and be having that shit ready.
We
Yeah,
might
that's
only
really
end up doing night one tonight and have to do night two next week.
That's fine.
All right. So, all right. So, Sharkboy versus Danhausen. Sharkboy and Danhausen have been feuding for weeks, with Danhausen taking every opportunity to belittle and mock Sharkboy's gimmick. Sharkboy has had enough of Danhausen's disrespect and challenges him to a match at the upcoming pay-per-view event. In the weeks leading up to the match, Danhausen tries to intimidate Sharkboy with mind games, claiming that he will eat him alive. Can you do that for me, John? Can you say eat him alive?
He's going to eat him alive.
Shark Boy responds with his usual quirky humor. Yeah, saying he's not afraid of a guy who wears face paint and calls himself scary. However, behind the scenes, Shark Boy has been training hard, determined to silence Danhausen and prove himself as a serious competitor. On the night of the pay-per-view event, Shark Boy makes his entrance first, swimming to the ring in his trademark fins and mask. Danhausen follows him, throwing candy at fans and cackling maniacally. The match begins with both competitors sizing each other up, circling the ring and taunting each other. Danhausen takes control early on, using his unorthodox moves to throw Shark Boy off guard. However, Shark Boy is more agile than he looks, and soon gains the upper hand with a series of head scissors takedown and drop kicks. Danhausen responds by pulling a handful of popcorn from his pockets and throwing it at Shark Boy's face, temporarily blinding him and giving Danhausen a chance to deliver a devastating DDT. I just want to stop right here. Hold on. I want to tell you, after doing this and reading these, I already can tell you the way that I present my book adverse is going to be completely different, because the way the writing is versus how we do spot, I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm going to try to write more like a story, because this is great. All right. Shark Boy. Yeah. Shark Boy fights back with a series of punches and diving crossbody off the top rope, but Danhausen is relentless, countering with a spin kick to the head and a clothesline that sends Shark Boy tumbling out of the ring. As Shark Boy struggles to get back up, Danhausen beckons him back into the ring, taunting him with cries of, "I'm the king of the sea now." Please, John, say, I'm the king
of the sea now.
Thank you. However, as Danhausen turns his back to gloat to the crowd, Shark Boy surprises him with a roll-up, catching him off guard and scoring the 3 count. The crowd erupts as Shark Boy stands victorious, pumping his fists and shouting, "Shell yeah!" Danhausen storms out of the ring, fuming with anger and disbelief. After the match, Shark Boy is interviewed backstage, where he thanks his fans for the support and promises that he has plenty of fight left in him. Danhausen, meanwhile, is seen swearing revenge, vowing to take down his rival once and for all. Please, John, how would that sound?
I'll take down the boy of the shark once and for all.
The feud between Shark Boy and Danhausen is far from over. The fans can't wait to see what happens next. $5. $5.
Who's getting the ratings? Kenny?
We are fucked, guys. I think we lost to the AI. I'm gonna get my next match ready.
I was messing around.
I don't know, Mike. The next match is Heavy Machinery versus the Basher Brothers. Like, some of these matches are auto ones. Like, come on.
Why did he have so much candy in his pocket?
The fucking popcorn spot was so funny.
The popcorn spot was fantastic.
He got candy and popcorn. Candy in one pocket, popcorn in the other.
It's on brand.
I'll give him a 5 as well.
So Basham Brothers versus Heavy Machinery. It's titled The Clash of the Titans. So the storyline: the Basham brothers, Doug and Danny, return to the WWE after a long absence, looking to make a name for themselves once again. However, they quickly realize that the landscape has changed since they were last in the ring, and they are no longer considered the dominant force they once were.
They were never a dominant force.
Frustrated, they started attacking other tag teams backstage, trying to prove that they are still a force to be reckoned with. One of their targets is the beloved duo of Heavy Machinery, Tucker Knight and Otis Dozovich. I've never seen his last name.
Yeah, they used to go by their full names in NXT.
Heavy Machinery, known for their size, strength, and comedic antics, quickly become the focal point of the Basham brothers' aggression. The Basham ambush Heavy Machinery during matches, attack them during interviews, and generally make their lives miserable. Tucker and Otis initially try to brush off the Basham brothers' attacks, thinking they can handle them in the ring. But as the attacks become more frequent and more vicious, they realize they need to take action. They challenge the Basham brothers to a match at a pay-per-view with the stipulation that it will be tables, ladders, and chairs. So
what?
It's a match.
Wait. Okay.
We got
made
another
it-
TLC
yeah.
match.
A match known for its high risk, high impact nature. The Basham brothers accept the challenge, confident they can outsmart and outmuscle heavy machinery. The stage is set for an epic clash between the two teams with tables, ladders, and chairs set up all around the ring, ready to be used as weapons. So the match itself. At the pay-per-view, the Basham brothers and heavy machinery make their way to the ring amidst a thunderous ovation from the crowd. The tension is palpable as the teams stare each other down, eager to settle their differences once and for all.
This is too much for a Basham Brothers match.
Why is the AI so good at writing stories? Like they do it in so little time.
Because
That less is more.
It's a language. Language is its thing.
It's
the
kicking
match-
our ass.
The match starts with a bang as both teams immediately grab chairs and start swinging. The Basham brothers show their expertise or their experience, and technical prowess using their agility and coordination to gain the upper hand. They take turns delivering devastating chair shots to Tucker and Otis, trying to wear them down. But heavy machinery, fueled by their unbreakable bond and the support of the crowd, refuse to back down. They use their size and strength to their advantage, slamming the Basham brothers into tables and using ladders as weapons. Tucker and Otis take turns tossing each other onto their opponents, creating chaos in and out of the ring. As the match progresses, the Basham brothers try to isolate Tucker from Otis, hoping to weaken him and secure the victory. This makes fucking sense too. That's what would happen.
Right.
They set up a ladder in the middle of the ring with their sights set to grabbing the championship belt hanging above. But just as Doug Basham is about to climb the ladder, Otis comes charging in, spearing him out of the ring and through a table set up at ringside. With Doug out of commission, Danny tries to take advantage, but Tucker fights back with a steel chair, delivering a flurry of chair shots that leave Danny reeling. Tucker then sets up a table in the corner of the ring and lays Danny on top of it. He climbs to the top rope and delivers a massive splash, driving Danny through the table and securing the victory for Heavy Machinery. The crowd erupts and cheers as Heavy Machinery celebrate their hard-fought win. Tucker and Otis help each other to their feet, showing respect to the Basham brothers despite the bitter rivalry. The Basham brothers, humbled and defeated, exit the ring knowing they underestimated the formidable duo of Heavy Machinery. In the aftermatch of the match, Tucker and Otis continue their rise as one of the top tag teams in the WWE.
That one wasn't as good.
I mean,
I'm
the
going
story
with-
was good.
I'm going with a 3.5.
Yeah, I agree. That sounds about right. 3.5.
It was, yeah.
I liked the story quite a bit. The match was just alright.
It was written well. Like, it articulated well.
I'm gonna give it a 3.75.
I'm going with a solid 3. There wasn't really much to the build.
I just like that they, did like that absence with the Basham brothers trying to get their groove back. That made some sense.
I'm going to send you my AI bot because I think you'll like it more.
Okay.
So we got Candice Michelle and Dana
Oh,
Brooke.
this one's about to be
Blue
nasty.
Versus Blue Chew.
Let me
Blue
see if
Chew?
I can. Oh, and I put that in there, so let's see if it does it. All right. As the dust settles from the most recent pay-per-view, WWE fans, well, it says WWE, but are buzzing about the surprise team up between Wendy Chu and Sky Blue, the two young and talented wrestlers that formed a new tag team called Blue Chew, and they're already making waves in the women's division.
Does it really say that?
Yeah. Oh, I told it to name them Blue Chew.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, I was like, well, that's crazy.
Their first opponents as a team will be none other than Candice Michelle and Dana Brooke, two fierce competitors who have been dominating their opponents in recent weeks. The match is set to take place 2 weeks from now on an episode of Monday Night Raw. In the lead up to the match, Blue Chew takes to social media to hype up their upcoming opponents. Wendy Chu posed. I just imagine them doing one of those Blue Chew podcast commercials, like they're sponsored by Blue Chew. In the lead up to the match, Blue Chew takes to social media to hype up their upcoming opponents. Wendy Chu posts a video of herself and Sky Blue training together, showcasing their speed, agility, and teamwork. Sky Blue follows up with a message of her own, calling Candice Michelle and Dana Brooke has-beens who are out of touch with the current state of women's wrestling. Candice Michelle and Dana Brooke respond with confidence, saying that they welcome any challenge and will take on anyone who dares step into the ring with them. They also mock the name Blue Chew, saying it sounds like a flavor of bubble gum.
Damn, Kenny, they're not dealing with this shit.
Finally, the night of, I was hoping they were gonna say like a Viagra knockoff. Finally, the
wild.
night of the match arrives. Blue Chew makes their entrance first, wearing matching blue and silver gear and pumping up the crowd with high fives and fist bumps. Candice Michelle and Dana Brooke follow shortly after, wearing their signature black and pink attire and taunting their opponents with sneers and sarcastic clapping. The match starts off evenly, with both teams taking turns gaining the upper hand. Wendy Chu and Sky Blue showcase their signature quick moves, including snap suplexes and drop kicks and high-flying maneuvers. Candice Michelle and Dana Brooke respond with their trademark power moves, slamming their opponents into the mat with devastating
Candice
force.
Michelle ain't got no power.
Don't say power.
Dana Brooke, it makes sense for, but not Candice Michelle.
The crowd cheers louder and louder with each near fall and close call as the two teams push each other to their limits. Finally, after grueling back and forth battle, Candice Michelle lands a picture-perfect super kick to Wendy Chu's jaw, knocking her down for the 1, 2, 3. Candice Michelle and Dana Brooke celebrate their hard-fought victory, flexing their muscles and trash-talking their fallen opponents. However, as they turn to leave the ring, they're now suddenly ambushed by a new tag team consisting of two wrestlers who have never worked together before, Billy Kay and Tamina.
We didn't even use that.
Well, we didn't. This is a different, because this AI doesn't know. We didn't tell it to stay within a parameter like that.
They just started throwing niggas in.
The two new opponents take advantage of Candice Michelle and Dana Brooke's fatigue and start beating them mercilessly, throwing them into the ropes and delivering punch after punch. The crowd boos loudly as the new tag team stands over tall their fallen rivals. The segment ends with Billy Kay and Tamina smirking at each other, clearly satisfied with their surprise attack. The announcers speculate on what this could mean for the women's division, as it's already stacked. Its stacked team roster just got even more crowded. That end ruined it for me.
Yeah.
I'm going with honestly, I'm gonna go with a 2.5.
I was there too. I was with a 2 myself.
I'm gonna go with a 2.
All right,
Like that tag team is like they even put Billy Kay with her actual tag team partner.
They just threw her with Tamina.
Why
Yeah,
Tamina?
I'm giving that a 2 as well.
They pulled
I
a
like
me
the
with
story.
DX. They threw a bunch of random people
Like,
together.
I like
Adding
the
Tamina to
story,
anything makes it
but-
worse.
Yeah, I like the story, but also the wrong team won. Blue Chew should have won.
I also
All
agree
right,
with that.
Damone, I sent you the one I use. So you,
Okay,
the
I'll
next
use it.
round.
For
Okay,
the-
now it's
I'll
starting
use
to
the
look
next
like
one.
a
I'll
real
use for the next
Bookiverse
one.
show in the terms of the rankings now. We got the one nasty match.
It started off really hot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but oftentimes the opening match is like the really good one too, though. Like somebody will start the show really good and then ruin it later.
They did start it off good.
That's like that's like a Damone show.
Tyson Tomko. So this is a hardcore match with Tyson Tomko versus Steve Blackman. So Tyson Tomko, a dominant and ruthless wrestler known for his brute strength and brawling skills, has been on a rampage in the wrestling world, destroying his opponents with vicious attacks and leaving a trail of destruction behind him. He has become known as the hardcore monster, and no one has been able to stand up to his brutality. Enter Steve Blackman, a former martial artist turned professional wrestler known for his tough as nails, demeanor, and mastery of various weapons. Blackman has had enough of Tomko's rampage and has challenged him to a hardcore match where anything goes and weapons are legal. Determined to put an end to Tomko's reign of terror, Blackman prepares for the fight of his life. So the match itself. The match starts with both Tomko and Blackman wasting no time in grabbing weapons from under the ring. Tomko grabs a steel chair while Blackman opts for a kendo stick. They charge at each other, swinging their weapons with reckless abandon. The crowd is on their feet as the two warriors unleash their fury in the ring. Tomko's power advantage gives him an edge as he overpowers Blackman with brutal chair shots, sending him crashing to the mat. but Blackman, with his wrestling or his martial arts background, counters with swift strikes using the kendo stick, focusing on Tomko's legs to weaken his base. The match spills out of the ring as the two fighters continue to pummel each other with various weapons, including trash cans, steel steps, and even a table. They use the entire arena as their battleground, leaving a path of destruction in their wake. Bloodied and battered, they refuse to back down, each determined to put the other down for good. Back in the ring, Tomko attempts to finish off Blackman with a powerbomb onto a pile of thumbtacks, but Blackman counters with a low blow and delivers a devastating kendo stick strike to Tomko's head, sending him crashing onto the thumbtacks instead. The impact is enough to knock Tomko out, and Blackman seizes the opportunity to pin him for the 3 count, securing the victory. So Steve Blackman wins the hardcore match against Tyson Tomko. The crowd erupts and cheers as Blackman celebrates his hard-fought victory. Tomko is helped out of the ring, defeated and humbled. The hardcore monster's rampage is finally halted by the tenacious Steve Blackman, who proves that skill and determination can overcome even the most brutal of opponents.
I'm not rating that too high. I feel like that story was
no,
very skimpy and like a lot of adjectives covering up a boring match. That's
a 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say nothing really happened for real.
They just hit
That's
each other
a
with
1.
weapons.
Yeah,
That build was nothing.
I'm going 1.5. That's pretty ass. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 1. I'll give it a 1.75.
I'm at 1. No.
George says 1.
All right.
I'm going with a. I said put in 10 accidentally. I'm gonna go with.
Kenny gives it a 5.
Well, 1.25. I was debating between 1.25 and 1.5. There was nothing. Nothing happened.
Yeah, that was really boring. It was like he does a chair shot, but they put adjectives in front of it to make.
They said he hit him swiftly with the chair. It's like, okay.
All right. The next one is Rob Van Dam versus Aleister Black. As the tension in the wrestling world mounts, 2 iconic wrestlers find themselves drawn together for a showdown that promises to be epic.
Okay.
Rob Van Dam, known as for his signature 5-star frog splash and his laid-back personality, faces off against Aleister Black, a mysterious wrestler who has become known for his striking black attire and signature black mass finisher.
They're just telling us what they do.
The feud between them began when Aleister Black cost RVD a shot at the championship title at a major PPV pay-per-view. Why did I say PPV? Interviewing in his match and causing him to lose the upper hand. RVD was furious, believing that Aleister Black had no business interfering. Of course not. In the weeks leading up to their match, both wrestlers stepped up their trash talk, exchanging barbs on social media and backstage interviews. Rob Van Dam criticized Aleister Black's dark and brooding persona, saying that he lacked true personality and charisma. Aleister Black, in turn, accused RVD of being past his prime and out of touch with the current state of wrestling. Finally, the match arrives, and 2 wrestlers make their entrance to a thunderous applause. RVD smiles and waves to the crowd while Aleister Black approaches the ring slowly, his eyes locked on his opponent. The match is intense from the beginning, as both wrestlers push each other to their limits with fast, hard-hitting moves. RVD attempts his signature 5-star frog splash several times, but Aleister Black is able to dodge and counter each attempt with his signature kicks. As the match wears on, both wrestlers start to show signs of fatigue, and the crowd is on the edge of their seats as they wait to see who comes out on top. In the end, it's Aleister Black who takes the victory, landing a decisive black mass kick that sends RVD crashing to the mat for the count of 3. As Aleister Black celebrates his win, RVD stands back up and approaches him, extending his hand for a show of sportsmanship. To the surprise of everyone in attendance, Aleister Black accepts RVD's hand and shakes it, showing that even fierce rivals can have mutual respect for each other. The 2 wrestlers stand in the center of the ring, nodding to each other as the crowd cheers for a hard-fought match. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I'm going because it was all match. There really was no build.
There was no build there, and I'm using the same formula, so
I'm going with 2.5. That's literally just because of the match.
That's disappointing too, because like they didn't do that many spots in my opinion, which
Right.
should have done more. Um, I'm gonna go with a 3, and that's off like speculation that this would be fire, and I like the sportsmanship that's very EC dub. Um, for like a Rob Van Dam, Aleister Black type match for them to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3. I think a lot of it is the potential. I think the match it wrote was okay. Like you said, there was really no build to it. That's the one thing I am finding, that it doesn't do a ton of build. It's pretty much just like they
Yeah,
fight
it's
each
only a
other.
little bit. I'm at a 3 as well.
So if any
So
of
it
you,
started fire. This started
Right.
fire. Ooh, I'll get Brock Lesnar versus Kevin Nash. Bet.
Oof.
So I get the Great Lash Legend versus Britt Baker for the women's title. So Lash Legend has been on an unstoppable path to the women's championship. Her power, athleticism, and brute strength have intimidated and defeated every opponent in her way. There was no one left to challenge her, or so she thought. That was until Britt Baker entered the scene. She was the polar opposite of Lash Legend. Her graceful movements and quick reflexes were a sight to behold in the ring. She has been training nonstop for a chance at the championship, and her confidence was high. Lash Legend scoffed at the idea of Britt Baker being any match for her. But as they faced off in the ring, it became quickly apparent that Lash Legend was in for a challenge. Baker's swift movements kept Legend off balance, unable to land any of her heavy blows. Baker held her own, even inflicting some damage on Legend. As the match continues, the crowd became louder and louder, and the tension in the arena could be felt by both wrestlers. It was anybody's game, and both fighters were inching closer and closer to the ring, or to the prize. In the end, it came down to a split-second decision. Baker spotted Legend's blind spot and executed a joint lock that left Legend writhing on the mat.
This
Baker-
anime ass match.
Baker claimed the victory, leaving Legend in shock as the referee declared her the new women's champion. The crowd exploded with cheers as Baker celebrated her victory. Lash Legend, still in shock, remained in the ring, not entirely sure what just happened. She was met with both cheers and boos as the crowd respected her, but ultimately wanted a new champion. As the dust settled, the Lash Legend made her way to the dressing room. She knew that she would never underestimate an opponent again. She would come back stronger, better, and more focused than ever before, determined to reclaim the championship that was once hers.
That was a lot of fluff for nothing. I'm gonna go with a 2.
Yeah,
Nothing
Yeah,
happened.
I'm at a 0.5. That was not good.
they need a new formula for this. Yeah, this is getting a 1 because like the formula really served them well for like a comedy style match, like a Shark Boy and Danhausen. But when it's time to deliver, like on a full on match, it's just not lining up. Maybe we gotta change the commands for it for night 2 to give it a fighting chance. Like,
Maybe.
give us a few spots and
I mean,
signature moves or something
well,
like that.
it's gonna write the stuff in there as far as signatures and whatnot, but the only thing we could do is try to tell it the style of match we want. I mean, really,
Maybe, yeah.
we don't want to influence it too much. That's the whole
Yeah,
point
yeah.
of this.
That's
Right.
true. It's just
Come on,
it's
what
just
do you-
really
come on, what do you
skimping
give
us
her?
on the matches.
I'm gonna give it a 1.
Okay, that was a nice one. That one.
Did you say I was being nice with giving it
No,
a
no,
1?
no. I said I was the nice one because I gave it a 2.
Oh.
All right, so the next match. Did everybody rate it?
Yeah, everybody rate it. I was typing on my phone too because I'm doing the math now.
Main event of night 1. Brock Lesnar versus Kevin Nash.
Let's go. I'm waiting on this.
Big meaty men slapping meat.
The blood feud between Brock Lesnar and Kevin Nash started when Brock Lesnar accused Nash of being a has-been who is living off his past glory.
Fuck that shit.
Nash, who has been retired,
Brock
felt
ain't
insulted
that.
by Brock Lesnar's remark and made it clear that he was willing to come out of retirement and take on the self-proclaimed beast incarnate. As the weeks went by, Lesnar and Nash exchanged heated words whenever they crossed paths. Nash, who was known for his toughness and intimidating size, grew increasingly frustrated with Lesnar's arrogance
I thought you
and
were thinking Drew.
disrespect.
I was like, what?
Eventually, Nash challenged Lesnar to a match, stating that he has had something to prove against this new generation of wrestlers. The stage was set for a blood feud main event match between Brock Lesnar and Kevin Nash. The match was scheduled to be a no disqualification, no count out, falls count anywhere battle that would take place inside a steel. Hold on.
Then you started adding shit.
Hold on. Wait. This makes no sense. No disqualification. All right, fine. But no count out, falls count anywhere in a steel cage.
That means they can
Hey,
leave the cage.
no,
They
the
can leave
cage is the doors. The door open. They can just use it to beat each other's ass.
Right, but
Yeah.
they can get out of the cage.
AEW
And
did
then
this
you win.
already.
Did they?
Hey,
Yeah, remember it was Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy. They got out of the ring.
Oh, that's right. So ring out wasn't a condition. It was just
yeah,
like
ring out wasn't a condition. Like they
That's
both
dumb.
got out
I
of
think
the
if
ring.
I think the only way to win a cage match should be to escape.
Yeah, they did it in AEW where Jungle Boy and they just
Nah,
got
let
out of
them
the
cook.
cage.
let them cook. Let Brock Lesnar and Kevin Nash
The
cook.
crowd was electric with anticipation as two wrestlers made their way to the ring. The match started with both wrestlers aggressively attacking each other. Lesnar, known for his fast and powerful strikes, targeted Nash's legs, trying to take out the big
Smart
man's
play.
base. Nash, who had a significant size and strength advantage, hit Lesnar with heavy punches and kicks that rattled the younger wrestler. As the match progressed, Lesnar pulled out all the stops to take down Kevin Nash. He used steel chairs, kendo sticks, and tables. How would he get them? To try and incapacitate his opponent.
They got out of the cage, grabbed him, put him in the ring.
However, Nash was. What's the point of the? However, Nash was
Beat
a
your
20-year
ass in the
veteran
cage.
of the wrestling game. He proved his mettle by surviving Lesnar's onslaughts. In a show of desperation, Lesnar ripped open his own forehead and continued to wrestle with blood streaming down his face. Why?
He ripped open his forehead.
He ripped open his own
his
forehead.
brain just spills out.
No, he
Hey.
didn't say his skull. He just said his own forehead, John.
Hey.
I know you're not a biology teacher.
Shut the fuck up.
That is crazy though. Like why?
This only served to heighten this is why. It only served to heighten the intensity of the match as Nash continued to battle with the ferocity that surprised even his longtime fans. Finally, after a grueling and brutal match, Lesnar pulled off a surprising victory. He hoisted Nash on his shoulder and delivered a crushing F5 that shook the ring. Lesnar pinned Nash to the mat and earned his hard-fought victory. As Lesnar stood in the middle of the ring, bloodied and battered, he raised his arm and basked in the crowd. The adulation of the crowd. Nash, who was recovering from the devastating F5, looked on with newfound respect for his younger opponent. In the end, both wrestlers gained a measure of respect for each other. Lesnar proved himself capable of taking on a legend, while Nash demonstrated that he still had the skills and toughness to hang with the new generation of wrestlers.
Hey, it's getting a 5 for me.
That was a better.
Oh
that
my
was a good
God.
main event. That is a 5
Kenny,
for me as well.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my
That
I'm
would have
not
been a
gonna
fire
lie.
ass match. No, tell me
That's
you
just
would have been
ass.
into fucking Brock Lesnar, fucking ripping a cage door off, going out, grabbing some fucking kendo sticks and steel chairs, beating the shit out of Kevin Nash, who won't go down, and then fucking ripping his own fucking forehead open just to bleed.
No, that's
Just
corny.
to bleed. That is 5.
I'd rather watch John
But
Moxley
that spot
play.
alone. You wanted spots, John. That's a
God.
spot.
That's not a
John.
spot. That's fucking dorky.
That
John, you
spot
only,
is
see, you only say that
crazy.
because of Brock Lesnar. If it was Dolph Ziggler doing this, you'd be like, that's a 5.
No, that's a stupid ass spot.
Don't forget, John's afraid of blood. Remember when I had not Dolph, when I had Finn lick blood off his like hand?
Yeah,
and
hepatitis C ass match.
Hey,
Yeah.
look. I'll say this, though. I'll say this. AI showed out that main event.
No, it did not. That shit's getting like a 2 from me.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna have to give it a 5. The
Oh my
spot
god,
of
you
fucking
fucking meat riding dorks.
No, it's not even me
He
right.
ripped
It's
his own-
the
That's
idea of
stupid
somebody.
and unrealistic.
He cut him. He straight up just bladed himself in the open.
Oh, but
Just
when
to
John
fucking
Moxley gets
bleed.
caught blading, it's
Just
bad.
to bleed. But Brock Lesnar did it because
He wanted
Kevin Nash.
He was just so crazy.
He was just
Like,
like,
Okay,
imagine
that's John Moxley in real life.
I like John.
that would have been a
Moxley.
fire match. This would have been a fire match. I don't
Oh,
care
shut
who
the
you are.
fuck
And it was
up.
a young Brock Lesnar. It would have been fire.
This is doo-doo ass.
It would have been fire.
You're
Mike,
a
what's
Just
fucking
the, just the
I-
idea
this-
of your how
What'd you say?
terrifying is that? A Brock Lesnar big ass fucking ripping his own his own skin open, like just to bleed so he can beat your ass some more. It's terrifying.
That's
Nuts.
dumb.
I'm
This
assuming
is
in their prime
stupid.
too. So
Well,
Well, Kevin Nash
in
is
his-
old.
Kevin Nash is old and he's a legend, and Brock is in his prime. It's young Brock.
yeah, so that's a 5 for me.
I'm looking at this time. I wish we would have started earlier because I want to do that second night.
We'll do
Just
night 2
because-
next week.
We'll do it next week. But so it's a 5 for me. I want to know this overall. If you can do
I'm
the
about to get it
math
to you right
real
now.
quick, so we can at least hear night 1 overall. We're gonna put night 1 and night 2 together. We're gonna see how it stacks up to one of our pay-per-views.
It beats one of our best paper.
I mean,
We just gotta retire at that point.
no. I mean, even if it comes close, it'll be good on us, man.
It means we're beating the AI.
It means that we're just as smart as an AI.
Well, the
to
thing
each-
is,
to each
it
other.
words things very well. Like even
Wait,
if
wait,
it, like
yes.
even if there's
Yeah, its
fluff-
description game is fire.
yeah, its
Mike, what
description
did
is
you get the
game
last
is
match? Give it a
fire.
5 too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Its description game is fire. Look, because even like if it's not a good match and it's just fluff,
It
it's
sounds good.
very well written fluff.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, are y'all ready for the overalls? I got
Yeah.
it right here. Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you, we did not like this pay per view.
Really? I mean,
Yeah.
the middle kind of slowed down.
Yeah, the middle. Did
Okay,
not
It
go
started fire and ended fire. I would have went on happy.
So I gave it a 2.96.
Ooh,
Oof.
we were all about the same too.
Damone gave it a 3.04.
Of course, Damone's gonna be the nicest per usual.
I'm gonna be pretty bad on this.
Don gave it a 2.61.
Of course, a hater.
No,
Mike
I'm a hater
gave
more.
it a 2.86.
Wow.
I'm the hater. Still the hater of the year.
Okay.
And the overall for the pay per view
For
is
this night one.
Night one.
2.87.
Wow.
Yeah, that shit is ass.
Let's look at night 2 card.
That's almost as bad as Mike's first pay per view.
I want to look at I want to look at night
Some
2
of the
card.
builds were Mike's first pay per view. It's like they had a match because they had a match.
Yeah. I think Consequence Creed versus MJF is gonna be fire.
Rocket Con
New
versus
New Age
Dungeons
Outlaws
is
versus
gonna
Beer
be
Money is
bad.
gonna be fire.
Ziggler
Rocket
versus
Top
Steiner is
before
gonna
you
be
do the
it's gonna be my sleeper match.
Digler
Diggler.
versus
Diggler.
Dolph, yeah, that's
Go to
the name.
Diggler.
Dolph Ziggler versus
Mike almost said another word.
no, I
That's my nickname. I call myself a nigger on the show.
Dolph Ziggler versus Scott Steiner is gonna be a letdown. It's
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
no
Oh,
build. They're
shut
not
the
gonna.
fu-
There's
Mike,
gonna be no.
you're trying to
I'm
piss
telling
me
you, it's
off.
gonna be no build. I'm not saying because it's fucking Dolph Ziggler. I'm saying because I'm
I'm gonna pull
realizing
up.
how the AI
I'm
is
gonna
doing
give
this
you
shit.
a wedgie.
Hey,
It's-
Dolph Ziggler
I'm
would have
gonna
ripped his
give you a
forehead open.
swirly.
All of
We
them
get
are
a-
gimmick matches except for 2.
We're getting a Frankensteiner off the top of the ladder.
Hardy Boys versus I don't know who the Outrunners are.
I don't either.
You missing out.
Um,
They're
So
fucking
yeah,
funny.
that'll be
The
good,
AI might not know who the Outrunners are.
right. We're gonna find out.
Yeah, I'm
we're
excited
gonna find
to
out.
find out about that.
I mean, one of us could run it and see if it picks it up. But all right, so that's how we're gonna end. We're gonna end today's show. We're gonna come back next week for part 2, night 2 of the AI's pay per view. I think it's gonna be fun. If it can start the pay per view like it did and end it again, I'm gonna go home happy. I don't care what happens in between. It's gonna be. That last match, I'm gonna think about that spot. It's not even a real spot, but I'm gonna be thinking about that.
That
He
was
just
fucking
He ripped his
stupid.
forehead
ripped his head open.
Just
Just think-
I've only seen one person rip their forehead open ever, and it was Freddy fucking Krueger. So that's wild that this man.
Yeah,
fucking-
because
He
it's not
just- he
realistic.
just- he
You can't
just-
do that.
He just
Listen.
blades and he's just dripping
y'all
down
had-
blood,
we
and he
had
just
a power driver through a cell, so anything can happen these days.
he just
Yeah, that's more
attacking.
realistic than
Think of-
that.
Think
He
about
opened
doing
up-
that.
He opened up Randy Orton the hard way.
So thinking about him doing that, right? So Lesnar does that, and then Nash is trying to get up, and he just goes crazy, gets up, and just fucking picks him up, and
Yeah,
just
George did that
slams
shit
his
his
head
ass,
onto
too.
like a chair, and just pummels him. Just gets on top and just fucking boom, boom.
John, imagine
boom,
Brock Lesnar
boom.
looking at the camera and he's just like,
Yeah, and he's just
he just starts clawing at his forehead. And he's like,
right.
what are you doing?
He
goes,
picks him up. He's just F5 after F5 after F5, and he just stands there over him. And then Kevin Nash kicks out again.
I just imagine
fire.
I just imagine like the picture of Brock like in the middle of the ring, like flexing with blood pouring down his face. That picture would be fire.
Right?
Imagine
Oh my
if
God!
you-
We have AI. We can find out what this looks like.
I was about to say, imagine if you missed that pay-per-view, you come back and see Brock Lesnar just bloody face and just see him like that should be crazy.
Yeah, when like WWE when they show the stills of the like from the pay-per-view, you just see like
So, you know WWE like when they replay the matches
Yeah.
and don't show you the point of impact, you see the chair to go, oh.
I gotta figure out which one it is.
that'd be wild.
Yeah, I'm about to tell Travis, hey Travis, you missed the fire ass fucking.
I'm gonna do it after the show because I want to try to find which program this was that I used for the really cool pictures. And then we'll post it somewhere.
Okay. So plugs, right?
Yeah. So you guys do the plugs. Do your plugs.
Joe. Or not Joe. Joe's not on the show. John. You're muted.
First of all, don't call me fucking Joe. Second of all, if you want to go find some hate and ass behavior, you can go to twitter.com @LilXFudge, and you will see more hate and ass behavior where I hate on people such as Brock Lesnar, who did that stupid ass spot in the main event. That shit was fucking dumb. You can't do that. It's not realistic.
That shit was fire.
That was a fire spot.
Doesn't Sandman do that every time, but with a beer can?
Yeah, but
So
there's
it is
something other than the human hand creating that impact.
You can claw at something and make yourself bleed. You can claw at his forehead.
All
and
right, then do it then, Kenneth. Do it.
I'm not Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, you probably would put on a better match with fucking Kevin Hernia Nash.
Kenny.
If you want to see more fire ass main events, go to.
That ain't happening on your fucking shows. Shut the fuck up. Chef O'Reilly right ass.
Hey, I won one. What about you?
Yeah, and you got last place every time since. It couldn't be me.
That's good. All I need is one ring. That's all I need. You still chasing, Chris Paul.
Hey, now you're the 15th seed, so shut the fuck up.
So, if you want to see more, just more of me, go to Bad Guy Spoken Podcast on YouTube, and you'll see my podcast there. And you will also see a little football podcast called Unbiased. Go check that out too. And Hood Movie Review. Catch that too. So go ahead, definitely check that out. And I'm on all social medias at Bad Guy Spoken.
And you can. Oh, I'll do it at the end. Keep going.
Oh, I be tweeting and TikTok and both at Dumb Money T13. So it's DAMONEY T the number 1 the number 3. You can follow me on both there. You can also follow the T13 Media TikTok at TikTok/T13.
I gotta put that on the website somewhere. You can find me on Twitter, hi-fi_Mike. Where I tweet at Boy Meets World Podcast for now. You can find all the shows on a T13 Media Network at T13media.com, including the link to our new show, Geek in the Sheets. I'm on it. Kenny's on it. Damone's been on it. And Joe from Not a Real Court is on it. And we talk about all the nerdy stuff. You can find the links that we have available right now on our website at T13media.com. I think we have Spotify and a couple other. We're working on getting distribution for all the rest of the services. But make sure to check that out because it is a fun show and we're doing some good things over there. But that is Book It. See ya.
Bye.